everyone, it's the Oberon Galaxy back here with another weekly deck profile. I'm going to try to do one every week, at least until I'm out of decks or I don't have another deck to really want to go over. This week's deck profile is Galaxy Eyes. Now, I know my buddy Drip from Team DDD Discord did not post his yet, so if he does post his and you watch it and to see that there's similarities, yes, that's just because me and Drip have a extremely similar mindset when it comes to this deck. This is both of ours number one go-to deck. It may not be extremely competitive, but it is good with the right hand. Today, as every deck profile, we're going to be going over the main, extra, and the side. So, let's go ahead and get started into the main. So, starting off for the main deck, the Galaxy Eyes package, we play 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. Pretty simple. Drip even agrees with this. We always want one in our grave, deck, and hand. So that is why we play 3. 1 Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. We only play 1 because 2 is bricking. You only really need its effect once, and you can bring it back from the grave because it's also still treated as a Galaxy card. Onto the Galaxy package, we play 3 Wizard. This is one of the best starter cards. You summon it, tribute it, grab another Galaxy card. This would just get your combos going off. Another starter card, which is 3 of, is the 3 Soldier. Obviously, this is a great starter, especially if you open this up and a Photon Dragon. You go ahead, send your Photon Dragon to the graveyard, summon this out. You can summon another level 5, another Galaxy monster to your hand. I know back when we played the Cyber Dragon package, you would always add another Soldier to hand just to get into that play, but since we no longer use Sidra package, we don't do that. 2 Galaxy Brave, really nice card, nice starter. You have it in a Photon in hand, you reveal the Photon, special summon it as that level, and then it also gets attack and defense based on a Galaxy monster in your graveyard. On to the last cards of the Galaxy Monster package, the one of, is we will play 1 Summoner and 1 Cleric. Summoner summons back a Photon and Galaxy monster from grave when it's summoned, and then Cleric, when it's summoned, shuffles back 5 different named Photon and Galaxy cards. On to the Photon package, we cut things down to fit the new card of Delta Wing in. So we're playing 2 Orbital, 2 Jumper. So Photon Orbital, if you don't know what that does, you obviously have not been watching me or Drip do this deck profile. But Orbital used to be a 3 of starter card because what it does is it equips itself to a Photon or Galaxy card, then sends itself to the graveyard to add a Photon to hand, a Galaxy or a Photon to hand. And then Jumper is, if it's sent to the graveyard in any way, destroyed, just sent there, it allows you to add a Photon and Galaxy spell or trap to your hand. On to the last 2 ofs in the deck, we play 2 Photon Delta Wings. Photon Delta Wing is not a 3 of, it's not a 1 of. You want 2, at least this format, because this dodges Droll. So obviously we know, like, Droll is a big hand trap being played. Droll and Ash Blossom, this can still get Ash Blossomed, but I've been seeing a lot more Droll going around. So with Photon Delta Wing is, when it's summoned, it summons another Delta Wing from deck. So, this is just another way to easily get into your rank 4 Xyz plays. Last of the Photon package is the one-ofs. We play 1 Vanisher and 1 Emperor. Vanisher is, it does the Galaxy or Photon monster on field. It special summons itself. And then if it does special summon itself, it adds a Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. Then Emperor is when it goes to the graveyard, other than from the field, it specials itself out in defense position, and then you get an extra normal summon. That is it for the Galaxy and Photon monsters. For the next package, we are playing the Horus package. So this is not just playing Galaxy Eyes. This is Horus Galaxy Eyes. So we're playing the 3 MCT. This now, hand traps are not played in the main deck of this deck. This deck is pure gas. So as long as you get that good starting hand, it just goes. But 3 MCT, especially if you open it, Jumper, and or Emperor, you can go ahead and do this. Even Photon Dragon. Go ahead and do this. Discard it and a card from your hand. Grab your King Sarcophagus. And it just makes it way easier to go into your rank 8 plays. Next, we play 1 Durimoth, 1 Happy. Durimoth, there's not much to say about the horror stuff. They're mainly just used to go into more rank 8 plays. Alright, so that is it for the monsters. On to our spells. For our Galaxy spells, we are playing 3 Galaxy Hundreds. This is another way to dump Jumper or Emperor into grave. And then if Galaxy has Photon Dragon is special summoned, you can go through your opponent's extra deck, either steal a number from it if they have one, or banish a card from it. One Expedition, just because it is searchable. It's searchable. We don't play a massive amount of high-level Galaxy or Photon monsters anymore. So one of these is perfect ratio right now. The last Galaxy card in the deck is 1 Trance. This is usually the card you're going to be searching off a Jumper. Then you go ahead, activate this, bring back Jumper or a Photon from grave, a Galaxy from deck of the same level, and you go into Xyz place from there. Onto the Horus engine for the spells is 1 King Sarcophagus. We only need 1 in this deck. I know, like, things like Phantom Knights and everything else play 2 or 3. Galaxy Eyes only needs the 1, because by the time, as I've seen, by the time this gets to the field, you already have your board set up. But this is just the way this heads on field. You have your horror stuff in the graveyard, your horror stuff special stuff back, and then you can go into more rank 8 plays. Into the non-engine cards, we play 3 Upstart Goblin. We're no longer playing Trade-In. It relies on you having that level 8 in hand. It can't be level 5, or it has to be a level 8 for Trade-In. But for Upstart Goblin, we don't really care if our opponent gains life points, because if we summon C62, their life points are automatically gone anyways. So 3 Upstart Goblin. So happy this came back to 3. Two Triple Tactics Talents. And then on top of that, I play 1 Triple Tactics Thrust. Thrust is just really nice. It allows you to grab a normal spell from your deck. So basically, any spell in our deck is retrievable through Thrust. And then for the last card of the main deck is One Foolish Burial. Obviously, this is also even a starter card. Just another way to get Jumper into graveyard to kick those effects off. So that is the main deck. On to the extra deck. Obviously, like, everything is pretty standard in this deck. Nothing really changes. So starting off, we have 2 Galaxy Eyes Soulflare Dragons. Soulflare Dragons, not much to talk about. He's link summon using light monsters with at least 2,000 attack points. And then when it's link summon, you get to add a Galaxy or Photon back to your hand from your graveyard. And then on your opponent's main phase, you can discard a Galaxy and Photon or a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to pop a monster on your special summon monster on your opponent's field. 1 SP Little Knight. Little Knight is just a great combo piece with the next package that we have in the extra deck. So with the 1 SP Little Knight, we're playing 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus and 1 Typhon. Typhon and Little Knight are just great together because you dodge the effects. But that is our Little Knight package. Zeus, obviously, we're going to be Xyz summoning in the deck. So you attack with a Xyz monster, bring out your Zeus. On to our rank 4 monsters of the extra deck. We play 1 Starleaf Starleaf Photon Blast. Blast Dragon is pretty helpful at times. He's usually the card I go into. If I don't go into him, I go into the next one, which is Galaxy Photon Dragon. So either way, you're going to get Starleaf out on the field. Starleaf is going to special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand. And then from there, you go into your bigger plays. Safer. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is that it's the monster that you don't want to see it all the time, but you definitely want access to it. So Starleaf Seyfert is also, if a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon leaves the field and sent to the graveyard, detach material, you get to special summon it from the graveyard, or I believe it's from the graveyard for hand. Don't quote me on that. My eyesight's not the best. And then Galaxy Photon Dragon is you just detach material from it. You add a Galaxy or Photon card to your graveyard or to your hand. And it also gives other light monsters on your field 500 attack. Which is great teamed up with Starleaf. The next package is the Cypher package. We're playing 1 Cypher X, 1 Blade, 1 Cypher. Ew, excuse me. Just really nice. Cypher Dragon steals a monster from your opponent's field. Blade Dragon pops a spell or trap card. And then Cypher X it protects all your monsters from all your light monsters from effects. Next, 1 number 38. I did cut Full Armor Photon this format because Cypher Blade Dragon does the same thing, except Cypher Blade can do face up or face downs. So I cut that for number 38. Number 38, this format's good because there's so many spell effects on out there. Fire King's Island, Sanctuary, Original Sinful Spoils. So you can negate the spell effect, attach the spell to this card as material, and then during the battle phase, you can detach material from this card, and any attack is directed to him. One second. There you are. Next, 2 Galaxy-Eyes Photon Lords. We play 2 of it because we want the double pop, and it is a monster negate. So what it is it takes 2 level 8s, and then if it's Xyz summoned using a photon monster, or if it has a photon monster on it as material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Then, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach material and negate it. If it was a galaxy or a photon card that was detached from it, then you destroy that card. So this is honestly, you want to ideally pump this out with your Galaxy Photon Dragon. Just so because it's only a 2,500 attack. When all the others are like 3,000. So you summon out when Galaxy Photon's on field and Star Legion is on field, it's protected, it gains attack, and it has its own negates. The last part of the deck, of the extra deck, is maybe if things were flipped right. 1 number 62, and then 1 number C62. This is why Upstart Goblin is not going to matter. Obviously, 62 is you detach a material during battle phase, and it gains attack equal to all ranks on the field. I believe it's times 200. And then C62 is when it has a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon on it as material, it gains, I believe, 100 to attack for every level and rank on him. So that's including every material under him. And then during the battle phase, you can detach a material, and it gets to attack all monsters on your opponent's field. Then also it is unaffected by monster effects. So this is a great card to pump out with Photon Blast too. And then you usually want to make this using you usually want to go into 62 using Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon and Afterglow Dragon. That way, during the battle phase, you can also detach Afterglow Dragon and then double C62's attack, which is why Upstart Goblin is not going to matter, because by that point, your opponent's taking over 1,200 damage. Alright, so that is it for the extra deck. On to the side deck for at least this format right now. For this format right now, playing 3 Droll and Lockbird. Things like Fire Kings and that 1 add to hand. So if we do this, they only get 1 add. Another card to pair really well with Droll is 2 Nibiru. 2 Nibiru, it's simple. If your opponent summons 5 or more times, you activate this. Tribute all of them, give them a token. Again, this is a giant graveyard format, so with Fire Kings, 2 DD Crow, you want to banish things, especially if you're going to see Horus stuff later on to banish your opponent's Horus stuff, banish your opponent's Fire King stuff. That is it for the Monsters side deck. On to my spells. I'm only keeping 1 in here if it comes up. I did play it as 3 of, but I'm playing 1 Forbidden Droplet. It's a great negate. At least nobody can use effect in response to it, as long as you discard, because you can discard any number of cards from your hand um, monster, spell, trap. Then in response to this, none of those cards can be activated, and then your opponent's monsters also lose half their attack. One Hyper Galaxy. Hyper Galaxy is just another way to pump out our Galaxy-sized Photon Dragon. We can also tribute opponent's monster as long as it has 2,000 or more attack. And it's a quick play spell, so use it on your opponent's turn. Two Cosmic Cyclones. Again, you don't really want things under the graveyard, so banishing things is better. One Harpy's Feather Duster. Feather Duster is not gonna really matter because we're also playing Droll and we're playing the next card you're gonna see, which is too evenly matched. So Feather Duster is not gonna really matter destroying things. And then our last card of the side deck for this format is one Transaction Rollback. I'm playing one Transaction Rollback because obviously I know Imperm is also still out there, and there's other traps out there that are helpful. We're not playing a lot of traps in the main deck. We're playing 3 traps in the side deck. So Transaction Rollback is just great because you activate it, basically you get a free Imperm if your opponent has an Imperm in their grave. This is a nice card. I would not really want to see this too much. So I'm only siding 1. Alright, so that is the Galaxy Eyes deck profile for this format. If you have any comments, questions, go ahead, you can leave them here. Leave a like on the video. Go check out the Team DDD Discord. I'll post a link in the description to the Discord if anybody wants to join. I know me and Drip have talked about it a bit ago, like a few years ago. He does not care if I tell anyone to join. He's always looking for more followers. Yeah, followers, and it's a really nice place to learn more about the game. I've learned more from that Discord than I have in years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been playing since 2004 GOAT format. So if there's also any deck profile you would like me to try to go over, go ahead and let me know. We will see what deck profile I'll play next week. I know next week not a lot of people are going to locals, so I may not even be playing a deck next week. But I will still go over a deck profile with you guys. Like I said, go ahead and leave a like, comment, share the video if you want. And thank you all for watching my deck profile for today.